All right, good day. This day we will be talking about a concept that we have called the infinite restaurant. This concept will mostly be presented in the meditation exercise today, but as a brief explanation, this is an exercise designed to allow you to start experiencing multidimensional realities in the same way, or at least in a similar fashion, to the way the Oversoul perceives all the extensions that are part of it. So this exercise is designed to expand your awareness, allow you to start experiencing reality on a multidimensional level, to start being able to see a little bit how the Oversoul experiences itself, so that you can come a little bit closer, vibrationally speaking, to the way we perceive reality, since we are walking through multiple dimensions constantly in kind of an expanded aware dream state of lucidity. But this exercise will be designed to take a step at a time, to stretch you a little bit, and to allow you to get used to the idea of being more expanded in your focus, so that you can begin to connect more readily with alternate versions of yourself, and also to be able to experience not only your reality, but others' realities as well, from their point of view, as the Oversoul does simultaneously. So this exercise is designed specifically to work with your particular neurological network in a very specific way that will allow you to relax your focus of physical reality enough over time that you can really begin to experience yourself as the multidimensional being of consciousness that you are. It won't go necessarily as far as the Oversoul, because you are still coming from the physical point of view, but it will give you a much better idea of how the Oversoul perceives existence, and give you much more facility to access different sources of information by really learning to see things from another point of view, and in fact a multitude of points of view, more simultaneously, so you can draw more consciously on all the information that you need at any given moment to aid and assist you in moving forward in your physical reality. So we will get to this meditation exercise at the end of this transmission, and you will see, after doing it, that your reality will start to expand. You will start to be able to see things that you couldn't see before. You will start to think of yourself, ideally, as bigger than just this physical personality. Time and space may become even more fluid to you, but it will give you a rich tapestry of information and understanding. The more you expand it, the more you get used to that point of view, and really allow yourself to experience viscerally the idea of your multidimensional self. So, we thank you for allowing us to bring this idea to your reality. And in return for the gift you have given us, I ask you now, in what way may we serve you? You may begin with your questions and dialogue if you wish. So, if you are ready now for the idea of your meditation exercise, that is the infinite restaurant, we would suggest that you allow yourselves to relax, to let go of the cares of the day, and to follow our lead at the moment. Take a deep breath and let it out, and allow yourself to continue to breathe deeply and gently as you allow yourself to enter the infinite restaurant. Now, the infinite restaurant does not mean that it is all you can eat. This is for a different reason. The idea is to enter your favorite restaurant or make up a restaurant, whatever feels comfortable to you. But you arrive early enough that there are no other customers but you. Take your favorite seat or make one up. And as you sit there in this restaurant, flesh it out a bit. Take a moment and really flesh it out. See the tables, the chairs, the booths, the windows, the lighting. Recognize that at this particular moment there is only one person besides you, and that is the person that greeted you and sat you. You see nobody else. Just that person back at their reception desk, waiting for another customer to come in. For a while, you have the entire restaurant all to yourself. So relax, take it in, and as you do so, allow yourself now to observe the person that sat you, the host or hostess or whatever you wish to call this person, whatever gender they may be or however they identify. Just focus on them for a moment. Now, allow yourself to imagine that you are seeing through their experience, their eyes of standing there at the reception desk, waiting for the next customer to arrive. Just feel what they're feeling. Start to identify with their particular position in the restaurant. Start to see through their eyes. Start to experience their day. And as you allow yourself to see things as they might see them, to use your imagination to do this, doesn't have to be strong. You don't have to feel any particular thing deeply. Just imagine that you are in their position. You are still sitting at the table, but you are seeing through their eyes and imagining what their day might be like as they greet a customer. Not that a customer has come in yet. Just imagine their experiences. And as you get used to the idea of pretending that you are the greeter, you're still sitting at your table, but you're pretending that you're them. Now, very slowly, very softly, allow them to turn around and look at you. But you are now looking at yourself from their point of view. So, very gently, in whatever way works for you, you can not only allow yourself to experience your consciousness looking at them, but you are now looking back at yourself at the table from their point of view as them. As they regard you sitting there, noticing you looking at them, as you notice them looking at you, as you notice you looking at yourself through them, and as they begin to notice you as themselves looking back at them in an infinite mirrored reflection back and forth that stretches to infinity in both directions. Even though there's only two of you, there are an infinite number of reflections of each of you looking at each other as yourself and as the other. Now let that go. Let them go back to doing their job. Go back to being just you at your table. And just absorb that experience for a moment. Just let it sink in. Just muse about it. Roll it around in your mind. Absorb the feelings you had in that moment when you realized that you were them looking at you, looking back at them as them. That you were each having the same experience of not only looking at the other, but looking at the other as if the other was themselves, looking back at themselves. Just give that a moment to sink in. Give that mirror reflection a moment to make sense, sink in, and just sit with it for a moment. And now, a server comes to your table. Hello, good day. May I get you something to drink? And you say yes, and order your favorite drink. And as they go to fulfill the order, now you stretch out your consciousness to them and allow yourself to begin to experience them and their day and their feelings and what they're doing and their activities and their thoughts and their behaviors as they go off to get your drink. And again, when they come back with your drink, you actually see from their point of view as they're approaching you at your table and bringing you your drink. But you are now seeing that from their point of view. And as they set the drink down on the table and look at you and ask, will there be anything else at the moment? You start to feel that this is you asking this of yourself. And you start to realize that as they wait for your instruction, they are also seeing you as if it is them seeing themselves waiting for your instruction. And now you also, in that moment, stretch out again to the greeter, and now you experience yourself through the memory of having had the experience of being the greeter. You remind yourself what that was like, and now you see yourself looking through both of their eyes as they both turn and look at you, waiting for your instruction. And as you recognize that they are seeing themselves through you in the same way you are seeing yourself through them. And now you are doing this with two individuals. And you're beginning to get the understanding that you are actually experiencing not only just reflections of yourself through the versions of them you are creating out of your consciousness and your energy in your experience of your reality, but you're also tapping into them doing the same thing with you, creating their versions of you while they experience your reality through those versions, but also tapping into you to make a connection in order to do so, as you are also making a connection to them to create your versions of them in your reality. And so in a sense, you now have multiple reflections of each of you, including yourself, reflecting back to each other infinitely, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And now you just let that go and be yourself again. And you feel perhaps a little bit stretched. That's all right. And you take a sip of your favorite drink so that you can bring yourself back into your focus of being you while you allow them to go back to being them. And they allow you to go back to being yourself. And they go on about their business. And as the next customer comes in, you begin to repeat this experience with them individually at first, seeing through their eyes, seeing them see themselves through your eyes, and then at whatever pace is comfortable for you, and you don't have to do it at all, stretch to the server, stretch to the greeter, and include the customer sitting at their table looking at you, seeing themselves, and allow the infinite mirror to go for all three individuals, again at a comfortable pace for you. And just keep repeating this over and over and over with every new customer, with every new server, with everyone that takes a seat, with everyone that orders a meal or orders a drink. You start to expand and feel interconnected with all of them and seeing through their eyes as they see themselves through your eyes. And the infinite mirrors grow and grow and grow and grow. So there truly are an infinite number of versions of the restaurant in one single place, at one single time, with an infinite number of versions of you, experiencing them experiencing themselves through you over and over and over and over, until you truly begin to start feeling the interconnectedness and the extensions of you that they are, and the extensions of them that you are. And you begin to get the briefest glimpse, the briefest sensation, and the briefest experience, and the briefest understanding, and the briefest knowledge of what the Oversoul experiences immediately, every moment of its existence. Multidimensionally, every moment of its existence. Being all, seeing all through all the eyes that it is, through everyone seeing the Oversoul that they are connected to, that they are a projection of, in the infinite restaurant, and the infinite number of restaurants that exist in the same place at the same time, yet stretching to infinity and eternity at the same time. And you, as you practice this meditation exercise, whenever you wish, dig into it thoroughly, fall into it deeply, take your time, there's no hurry, there's no rush. Experience it deeply, and you will find in time and in timing that your perception of physical reality, your perception of space and time will begin to multiply, will begin to overlap with different dimensions of your being, different parallel reality experiences of counterparts and reflections on other levels of your consciousness. Just let it happen in whatever way works best for you, in a way that you know you can apply it to every situation that will allow you to experience far more probabilities than you may have imagined, so that you will know that in any given situation that may crop up in your life, that there are always alternatives. There are always other ways to do things that are more representative of your truth, that there are always other paths in life that you can take. Let synchronicity guide you by being able to act on certain things and preventing you from acting on the things that are not your path. Let it guide you so that you will know more and more definitively, more and more physically, that there are always all ways. So that you will always know that you always have the opportunity to take a path that may be different than you thought, but will be a path that is in alignment with your joy, your truth, and your true self, that will allow you to know you have many more avenues available to you than you may have thought. There is flexibility in existence. There is flexibility and malleability in space and time. There is flexibility, malleability in the crucible of creation, so that you may crystallize a new path by examining all the probable paths that you connect to from the perspective of the Oversoul in the infinite restaurant that will allow you to indulge in just those perfect things that support you, that refresh you, that nourish you, that are yours. Even though you can experience that which may nurture and refresh another, and that is right for them, they will also reflect back to you through their eyes what is right for you, so that you all may be the perfect puzzle pieces that you are, and fit harmoniously, synchronistically, and beautifully in creating the big picture, the whole system that supports each and every piece. So as you sit in the infinite restaurant, you are served the perfect meal for you, which may still be composed of many different delectable items that will sustain you, support you, and allow you to continue to explore your truth, your joy, your passion in the life you have chosen to be. Inhale the fragrant aromas that permeate the infinite restaurant of possibilities and probabilities that have been laid out on the table in a beautiful array for you. Allow yourself to relax in this environment and feel fulfilled and at ease, supported and loved. Allow yourself to drift and dream in the infinite restaurant that will always be here, and you will always have a seat and a table, always and in all ways. Breathe it in, drink it deeply, savor its flavors, and feel satisfied. Just enough of what is perfect for you. Bon appetit. We thank you for allowing us to share this exercise with you this day. We will, in due course, be sitting at the table next to you in the infinite restaurant of life. Our unconditional love to you all. Good day.